Recording now. Hi, girls. How are you doing today?
Hello, hi.
Hi,
Hi,
I'm good. Thank
Tanya.
you. Hi,
Welcome.
Neetu. How are you?
Going good.
Perfect. So, welcome back to the session. How was your weekend? How was your weekdays, rather? Weekend we are meeting.
Good. We are waiting for the session to start every time you give a date next time.
Wow, that's amazing. Even I look forward to it every time. And today
Yeah.
we are doing something very exciting. Let me tell you what is it? It is called integrated power coding.
Mhm.
So, as we grow up in our life, we collect some codes, and these codes work as a filter for us. Like we say, beauty is in the eyes of beholder. So these codes act like that, how we see the world. And there are two kind of codes. Those are negative and positive. And if we have negative codes, they literally destroy our world. Let me give you an example how. Like since childhood, we have been hearing that money doesn't grow on trees. So, you must not spend it like so easily. It takes
Yeah.
hard work to earn money. So, this is one encode that we all carry, that it takes really hard work to earn money, isn't it?
Yeah.
Had we been thinking that earning money is very easy, then I think it could have been easier for us to earn more and more money. But our encode does not allow us to do that. If money is coming easily to us, we doubt it.
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
So
Yes.
that's a very, very powerful and big encode. So today we will discuss the encodes that you have been developing in your life since your childhood, and why do you behave the way you behave. So let's put on our detective codes and let's see what negative codes are you carrying with you. Also the positive ones. All the negative codes are not bad. They work as a protector also. For example, if we have a code that we have to come back home by 10,
Mhm.
a code that's given by our parents that no, you have to be back by 10. So it's a protective code.
Mm.
But an overprotective codes become a negative code. And how are we going to figure it out? We
We
will,
feel we feel bad about it. We feel suffocated.
of course, we do. And that is what the negative code does to us. Makes us feel suffocated, makes us feel bad about ourselves. So, and it actually does not let us grow in life. And we have it since childhood. But the good news is that it can be changed, it can be converted. It is not necessary to stay with these codes for another decade or for your lifetime. Now, to change our codes, we need to know our codes. And how can we know them? So, in this activity, we go back to our past a little and we think about we think about things that has happened through which we have a code for us, right? Some incident that happened that let you think in a particular way, that lets you think that maybe you are not good enough, or you have developed some negative code about it. We will discover it today, or a positive code about it. We'll discover that also. So right now I want you guys to write five major impactful instances of your life, and then we will see what have you derived from it. Okay, we are good to go.
Yeah.
Any questions here? Did you understand it?
Yeah.
Yes.
How many we have to?
Five. Right now we are doing five.
Okay.
There would be three positive and two negative.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. So let's get on to it. So the thing that we are doing, it is an activity which is called letting go and holding on.
Mm-hmm.
I will just share my screen with you so that you get an idea what are we doing, and it gets easier for you. There are a set of questions that we'll be doing. So this is the activity that is called letting go and holding on. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So the outcome basically is uh, for you to understand that the codes in them may have formed years back, and the encode that was formed can be changed now. As I told you, it can definitely be changed. And this is what we are writing, 5 instances from the childhood, wherein we write 3 positive and 2 negative. Okay?
Okay.
So tell me when you're done and ready to share, we can just start. Are we done?
Yes.
Yes, so would you like to share? Neetu, would you like to share first?
It's little difficult to speak it some personal share thing, but yes, I'll tell you about my negative code first.
Yes.
When I was during my childhood, I have my elder sister. Everybody compared me with my sister. The elder one is so beautiful, so elegant, and the younger one is okay. She's into her own world, which I never felt good about. I developed, sense of complex, inferiority complex, why everybody talks bad about me.
Right.
And so many times I tried to, steal my sister's clothes or fight over those clothes. But they made me feel low. And, I always compared myself with her.
Okay.
So somehow I felt somehow, I was like, nobody loves me, or I myself have to love myself only. So difficult to understand my own emotions, for always feeling bad about myself.
Okay, so it made you feel bad about yourself, like a little down and complex.
Yeah.
So what good thing you think has happened after that? What have you derived? Something good have you derived? Have you learned something out of it?
I think when I was a child, I didn't understand much. I just tried to compete with her, or steal her things, or just put some makeup and show that yes, I am also pretty and the elegant one too. And but yes, as we grew up, I should say, I made my own identity about myself. Yes, I am myself. I can do everything myself. Like we need not copy somebody just because people do compare. I felt good with my own effort. Then I stopped being not bothered. I mean, I love my sister, but that comparison by others gave me the negative feeling. She never made me feel, and I was the only. She sometimes tried to make me feel better as a sister. But but that doesn't help. I myself, over a period of time,
you were in that feeling of inferiority that she is good in everything.
Yes,
I can absolutely understand that feeling. Yes, Neetu, please go ahead. You were saying.
I started loving myself more. Stopped comparing myself with her, or little groomed myself apart from my studies. Not only studies. So that really helped. But the negative thing affected me very badly.
True. I can understand that. Let's have a big round of applause for Neetu for sharing this. And you are a brave girl, Neetu. And I am so happy that your encode, that you were not good enough and you had this complex, actually turned into an e-code over a period of time, as you said. So
but
now
many years.
It takes a lot of years. It takes a lot of efforts also. And this is how we derive and this is how we see our negative codes. So I'm glad you could discover one of them right now. And Tanya, let's ask you, what's your negative code?
So there used to be this time in school. I was always a very tall girl. I'm actually very tall as a person. I'm 5'9", and
wow.
So when I was much younger, when I was in school, 90 to 95% in my class, all the girls were much shorter than me.
Yeah.
So that would be the assembly line where they would literally be like this, and then they'd be like this. And it was not just my class, it was just generally people around me in my school. Most of them were either average heighted or like shorter.
Mhm.
So for me, I always felt extremely out of place. Also because most of the girls were very petite and very slim. I was more on the chubbier side growing up. Also very tall, so I just completely fell out of place. So it was very difficult for people in school to identify with
Mhm.
me, to identify with them. Also to be a part of a group per se.
Okay.
I was in an all-girls school. So I
Mhm.
think for me, the negative core I think that would be out there is that I'm not good enough, because I just felt like if 90% of the people are like this, maybe I'm just the odd one out.
So, did you realize it later? What did you learn from it?
I actually did realize that being so tall is amazing. Once you go out in the world,
Absolutely.
it is
It's a
something
good
that,
personality trait. You have to
yeah,
Totally. A
appreciate
big round of applause for you, Tanya. It's a
it.
really great discovery.
When
Absolutely.
Tanya was telling, I was like, oh, wish I would have been 5'9". I'm so short. And she's feeling bad about it unnecessarily.
I always wish to be shorter, actually. I always wish to be shorter.
See, and
Wish
now you realize it's a positive trait of your personality.
it is.
Yeah.
People crave
But
for it.
yeah, when you grow, you actually grew with this negative thought, with this negative code in your mind that, I am not good enough for being so tall. So for something that cannot change, right? But now when you have realized that it's a positive trait of your life, it's good. It makes you feel better always, isn't it?
Yeah,
So when you see people of shorter height now, you have a different perspective altogether.
that's
So,
true.
yes, so this is how we can identify our negative codes and we can change them to positive. So this was something that has already been changed. But now I would really want you guys to work on something that you're still carrying from childhood. Some instances, some more, like we have to do three of them. We just discussed one here. So I'm sure you're with me. We'll do it. In the next class, we'll discuss more negative thoughts. But right now, let's ask and let's discuss one positive. One E code. What is E code? N code is negative code. It's quite understood. But positive code, why is it called E code?
Energy code.
Wow, I like
Empowering
it. Anything, Tanya, that you can
Enlightening quotes.
enlightening? Of course, your words are so powerful, and it
Oh,
actually resonates also. It is called empowering codes because they empower us and they make us a better person. So, any instances of your life where you have felt that you got this very super empowering code in yourself that you are carrying with you, and that makes you what you are. Who would like
I
to share
can
first?
share, I can actually share on that.
Hmm.
Before I got married, which was last year, to
Yes.
my husband, we had a struggle of 2 years to get married with my husband's family because they were not very open to it.
Okay.
So when it actually did happen, when we were actually like going ahead with it and everything,
Hmm.
uh, it kind of changed for me. The entire process was actually very negative. It was a very difficult process with his family, and lots of turbulences there.
Hmm.
So for me, it was like like this is like really bad, and I don't want these negative things to affect my life. But once we actually did get married, for me, I think it was like a victory of sorts. So at that point, I think my E code would be that love wins over even this, like the most, how do I put it, like the most
Most
iciest
difficult time?
hearts.
Okay.
love
Hmm.
makes even difficult things happen.
Yeah, so even if like a person's very stuck up or very hard or cold hearted, like
Right.
love can actually melt even the coldest of hearts.
Beautiful.
Oh. But it's like even though 3C, the events were negative, but you took out a positive E code out of it. That's amazing. That's really good, Tanya. And this is life goes on with positive
The
codes.
positive event was that I actually did end up getting married, and it was like an amazing fairy tale wedding. So yeah,
Ooh. Wow,
it was
patience,
a very,
it gave good results.
positive defining moment for me. That was just the negative part was like the background I gave you, but the
Uh-huh.
positive defining moment was my wedding for me.
That's amazing. It's really amazing, Tanya, and we are really happy to know about it. Neetu, do you have something to share here? See, Tanya had amazing fairy tale story, and we loved it.
I have something like, I like since my childhood, one experience
Mhm.
that I still carry. I was seventh or eighth standard, very
Okay.
small, like not very mature in my thoughts. And, I was amongst first three toppers, and the
Wow.
other competitors of mine, in the December exams, they came to my house. We all are not catching up the algebra, or maths is difficult, let's do together, let's do together. So she told, you teach me, and whatever I knew, I told her, I taught her. And
Mhm.
she got much better marks than me that I taught her. Okay. And it was December exam, so it doesn't matter. But okay, after that, again, I didn't start fighting or we break the friendship or something. But yes, that they gave me a lesson. If you have to do it for yourself first, later for others.
Put your
And
own seatbelts first.
yeah, yes. So I was, I still today, if I don't follow this, I'm not able to do for myself. I keep helping otherwise. And,
Okay, so it's a very good empowering code because it empowers you. It gives you time for
help,
yourself. It tells you
help.
that, you have to help
Yes,
yourself, right? So it's a good thing. And
yes,
I am glad, I'm really, really happy for you both to share your personal things with us today here. And it's a very daring thing to do. So a big round of applause for both of you. Yes, and that's so good. So, what did you learn from today's activity?
like my experiences define myself, my thoughts.
Absolutely. Tanya, would you like to add something here?
Yeah, I think I kind of agree with Neetu. Like my experiences define my thoughts. And I think it's also another thing I learned was that it's on me the kind of meaning that I take out from my experience.
That's true. Correct.
Absolutely. That's so nice. I really love the way you said it. So, it's us who derive meaning out of each instance in our life.
Hmm.
So, I hope you guys understood today that why do we think the way we think?
Yeah,
Because of the past instances. We have these things in our mind. These are the filters through which we see the world, and that is how we decide
yeah.
on things, right? And that is how we react. So it was an amazing session today, really great, and I loved it. I hope you both also liked it a lot. And I'll see you in the next session then. Till then, bye. Take care.
Bye.